right, folks, welcome back to the Sleep Aroma Society podcast, where the headlocks are tight and the storylines are tighter. I'm Joe Rogan, and today we're diving into a tag team title match that feels less like a wrestling rivalry and more like a Quentin Tarantino fever dream. With me, I've got the dead man himself, the Undertaker, the apex predator, Randy Orton, and the tribal chief, Roman Reigns. And today we're talking Omega and Howdy v. Piper and Luger at Wrestlemania Hollywood. And to kick this one off with a proper breakdown, Randy, you wanted this one. Hit us with the Simon Miller style madness, man.
All right, Joe, buckle up, because this one's got more twists than a Bray Wyatt promo and more old school violence than a parking lot in 1998 WCW. So let's break it down. Chapter 1, Dysfunctional Tag Champs 101. You've got Kenny Omega, arguably the best in the world, teaming with a man who looks like he bathes in fog machines and writes poetry on bones. It's Uncle Howdy. And somehow they're tag team champions. Which sounds like a sitcom until you realize it's a psychological horror. They don't talk, they don't trust. Omega puts on bangers while Howdy mutters cryptic stuff about light and darkness, like he's narrating a Tim Burton reboot. Then comes Piper and Luger, the ADS fever dream. Nobody asked for, but everybody's now obsessed with. They beat Austin and Reigns. Yes, this Reigns. And immediately declared themselves the last true legends standing. Ego the size of Titan Tower. Roddy Piper's promo game, off the charts. He's been calling Omega Tekken cosplay and described Howdy as a dollar store horror movie narrator. Luger, flexing, and torture racking anyone not bolted to the floor. Then the chaos escalates. Gunther gets jumped. Roman, you, by the way, gets ambushed. They start going full Nexus invasion minus the failed cut to a wild 8-man tag. Howdy disappears mid-match. Kenny nearly dies trying to carry it, and Piper DDTs him into another dimension. And what does Howdy do? Return at the end just to whisper in Omega's ear, like some creepy ASMR podcaster. Then the cracks show. Omega finally says what everyone's thinking. I'm carrying a maniac. Howdy doesn't even answer. He just cuts a promo about Roddy Piper, because apparently this is now a love triangle made of shadows, arrogance, and high-speed rolling crates. Yes, that happened. Piper literally stuffed Omega in a production crate and rolled him down the ramp like Donkey Kong with a vendetta. And now we're heading into WrestleMania with 4 unstable egos, 1 set of titles, and a very real chance someone sets the ring on fire. Wild card factors: Howdy turn on Omega, Luger snapping and attacking Piper, Gunther, Dick Duke Hudson, or even Otis showing up mid-match and swinging the whole thing. Wild card factors: Howdy turn on Omega, Luger snapping and attacking Piper, Gunther, Dick Duke Hudson, or even Otis showing up mid-match and swinging the whole thing. Joe, if this doesn't end in betrayal, heartbreak, and a backstage brawl caught on grainy security cam footage, I'll eat my RKO shirt. And that was your breakdown.
Dude, you're so good at that, it's scary. Roman, your name's come up a few times. Piper and Luger ambushed you during all this. What's your take on these two?
Yeah, I mean, let's not sugarcoat it. Piper and Luger got me, caught me slipping. But look, man, I fought everybody, Brock, Cena, even family. I know what tag team chaos looks like. And this is 4 dudes who should be in 4 different matches. They don't belong in a team setting. They belong in padded cells. isolated from each other. And if we're talking control, Kenny Omega's losing it. He's got that tired, haunted look, the I've been tagged with a ghost look. And when that trust breaks, tag titles don't matter. Only survival does.
What about you, Taker? You've been in your share of dark partnerships, Kane, Mankind, even that corporate ministry stuff. What's your read on Howdy?
Howdy reminds me of early Bray. Not in the mask, not in the noise, in the intention. He isn't here to win matches. He's here to unravel people. Omega thinks he's got a partner. What he's got is a ticking time bomb in a cowboy hat. And Piper? Piper's a rapid dog off the leash. You don't wrestle Piper, you survive him. And Lex, don't sleep on Lex. Man looks like a Marvel villain, he hits like a freight train.
Okay, to kick us off with a full tail-to-tape breakdown, Deadman, the floor's yours.
You want to talk tales of tape? This one's written in blood, sweat, and unholy chaos. Let's start with WrestleMania experience. Kenny Omega is basically camped out at WrestleMania. 39 appearances. That man has more Mania miles than a tour bus. 11 wins. And you know what that tells me? The dude knows how to show up when the lights are bright. Meanwhile, Piper and Luger. Sure, Piper's got history, 29 appearances, he's a legend, a mad legend. But legends don't win matches. Execution does. Championships. Omega sitting on 6 tag title reigns, nearly 450 days combined. That's not a resume. That's a monument. Howdy's got one run for 60 days, but let's be honest. His contribution is less wrestler and more demonic whisper in your soul. Now let's talk power rankings, and this is where things get weird. Piper is number 1. He's hot, like radioactive hot. Omega is close at number 2, but Howdy's down at 35, and Luger's barely hanging on at 39. It's like the top 2 are carrying dead weight and hoping they don't smell the decay. Team chemistry? Power and Madness might be the most unstable duo in the game, and somehow, that's their strength. Piper's a wild man, and Luger's a powerhouse, but they sink like chaos and carnage were meant to dance. Meanwhile, Omega and Howdy, that's a Shakespearean tragedy waiting to implode. Omega's laser-focused, surgical in that ring, but Howdy, he vanishes mid-match. Stalks you from the shadows. Might whisper Bray Wyatt's old tax records in your ear. Who knows? My gut says this. Omega is the best wrestler in the match, but Piper and Luger are the best team right now. And that can make all the difference.
Hell, Taker, that was like watching Simon Miller drop a promo at a funeral. Roman, you've been in the ring with these guys. Who's got the edge?
Look, Piper and Luger, yeah, they caught me slipping. I'm not proud of it, but I respect it. Piper's unpredictable. Dude talks nonsense, then stabs you with it. And Luger's built like a tank with no brakes. But Kenny Omega, he's the most precise athlete I've ever seen. If this stays a wrestling match, he wins. If it turns into a fight, he's going to need a miracle. Or Howdy to do something unnatural.
Here's the thing, boys. I've watched all 4 of these guys up close. Piper and Luger are scary because they don't care about the rules or each other half the time. But Omega and Howdy, that's a walking trust fall where one guy's blindfolded and the other's a demon. If Howdy shows up locked in, it's game over. But if he pulls his disappearing act, Omega's basically in a handicap match against a lunatic and a flex machine. My prediction? Piper and Luger steal it, not because they're better, but because chaos favors the mad. And these boys, they've gone full tilt.
So here's what we've got. A champion team that might explode at any moment versus 2 men riding a wave of destruction like it owes them rent money. The skill of Omega, the mind games of Howdy, the fury of Piper, the raw force of Luger. It's poetry. It's carnage. It's WrestleMania Hollywood. That's it for this episode of the Sleeper Hold Society podcast. If you're not hyped for this match, check your pulse or call Uncle Howdy. He might already have it. We'll catch you after the show. Stay dangerous.
Ladies and gentlemen, coming up next, a tag team title clash with 4 combustible elements, a history of chaos, and 1 golden prize at the center of it all. This is going to be a fight like no other.
You've got it all here, Colt. The world-class technician in Kenny Omega, the unhinged horror movie come to life that is Uncle Howdy, the old-school intensity of Lex Luger, and Roddy Piper, maybe the most dangerous man in history when he's got a microphone or a steel chair in his hand.
And let's not forget, none of these teams even like each other, let alone their own partners. The champions are barely hanging on by a thread, and the challengers, they're like 2 sticks of dynamite taped together.
Since the Royal Rumble, this story's been spiraling out of control. Uncle Howdy disappearing mid-match, Piper shoving Kenny Omega down a ramp in a production crate, and through it all, Kenny's somehow held this tag team together with sheer wrestling willpower.
I'll say it, Omega's been the glue, but even glue cracks under pressure, and Howdy's been applying plenty of that. If they lose those titles tonight, Omega might not be leaving with a partner, he might be leaving with a target on his back.
And Piper and Luger, they've said it themselves, they're not a team, they're a takeover. They already took down Austin and Reigns, they ambushed Howdy's allies, and now they're trying to write their own Hollywood ending.
4 men, 3 egos, 2 teams held together with duct tape and fury, and 1 set of World Tag Team Championships on the line at the biggest stage of them all.
Something's got to give.
Or someone's going to snap.
Let's head to the ring. Split of the Scenes begins now.
And here he comes. The challengers are coming in on top of their game, looking to ride momentum to those in off the tag. Effectively using the knee. Elbow drop. Piercing. Using their boot on the throat in the corner. Not a very champ. Just a debilitating neck breaker. Gets clobbered with the axe handle. Teamwork. Boom! DDT. Has the challenger pinned. Is this it? Pushes through after 2. The end was in sight. Corner now. Using their boot. Boot right in the jaw. I don't think there was anything necessary about that. And an inverted atomic drop. With the counter. Cover by the champ. And the champ does not end it.
He thought he had it. Tosses their opponent down, middle rope launch, moonsault.
Acrobatics like that take a tremendous amount of cardio and strength.
Uh-oh. Way too diving moves. He's one step ahead there.
Oh, across the top rope.
Boom. Puller, power driver.
Cover. Oh, no, I thought it was over.
Good grief, this is chaotic. Watch out!
Running Bulldog. Cover for the championship. He stops the count for his partner.
SleeperHold cinched in deep.
Ah, save just in the nick of time. Burst. Bad predicament right here.
Ooh, a nasty shot to the throat.
Placed in the corner. Oh, and Hot Rod fights back.
The sleeper is cinched. In trouble here.
Oh, what a great counter. That'll break it.
The WWE Universe really these superstars on.
Pumping the adrenaline they so desperately need right now. Caught with a punch.
Tag. What are we going to see here?
Oh, what the big boot.
Nothing fancy, but he went right into that turnbuckle.
Running Bulldog. Pin attempt for the championship. No, he gets the shoulder up. And he has an answer for Luger. Clothesline.
What impact.
And the champion finally ready to put this one away.
Got it. And they stay atop the tag division.
An incredibly impressive showing by this tag team.
Two men with one common goal can be a dangerous thing. They're putting the entire locker room on notice.